Hola, kamusta mi amigas? Today is my birthday. It's September 27. And just to do something special for my 22nd birthday, I would like to share with you 22 realizations from the past 22 years. And I hope whoever you are watching this video, I hope you learn a thing or two from me. So, first, I'll be talking about personal growth. So the first thing on the list is that I have been very blessed because I have my family and my parents that have raised me well. They gave me a comfortable lifestyle. I have all my wants and my needs, and I'm really, really, really thankful for them. So, mom, dad, Shoti, if you're watching this, thank you for existing. You mean so much to me. For my friends who has been the biggest support system for me, for always being there for me. I am just so lucky to have you guys since day one up until now. You know who you are. Your messages, your gifts, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate them. You made me extra, extra special today. Thank you so much. Second, dogs are blessings in disguise. Before, we had dogs, but I don't really play with them much. Ever since we had these three dogs, Kali, Casper, Belle, they've always been very close to me because they sleep with me, they sleep on my bed, they sleep beside me, and every time I'm stressed, just playing with them, just having them around me already calms me down. They comfort me in ways that I did not expect. So get a dog now. It's really, really fun. Despite them pooing and peeing everywhere, I have to clean it. At the end of the day, having them gives you the comfort that other things do not. The third one is habit. So how can you build a healthy habit? How can you actually be motivated to do this certain thing? So what I do is I try to do this particular thing at this particular time consistently every single day. And I think if you do it consistently without missing a day for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it will actually help you develop that routine, and that will slowly be a part of your daily routine or like your everyday life. If you really want something, then you'll always figure out a way how to actually do it. If I were you, if you want to build a new habit, you start now, because if not now, then when are you gonna do it? My fourth realization is that we have to give ourselves time to do things. We have to give ourselves breaks, because if we work too much, if we study too much, we'll get exhausted and we'll get very, very, very demotivated to actually study again. So in order to maintain your motivation, in order to keep yourself sane and actually mentally healthy, you have to think about yourself to take a break, take a 5-minute break, a 10-minute break in between your classes or in between studying, so that you don't get burnt out, because once you get demotivated, it's hard to get it back. So the fifth one on the list is celebrate little achievements to inspire yourself to achieve the bigger ones. So for example, after I study, I give myself a little study break, or sometimes when I get a high grade, I treat myself to some online shopping, just so I can keep myself motivated and continue to do things that make me feel so tired. For example, studying. Sometimes you don't want to study and you just feel lazy. But if you reward yourself after studying, maybe that reward can actually help you be more motivated and be more productive. So the sixth one on the list is progress will always be progress. I realized that there were several times that I tried to compare myself with other people. I felt pressured that they were already in this stage of their life at a younger age, but then now I'm just studying and everything. And it just brought me stress. It just pressured myself to do something that I'm not meant to do at that specific moment. So I really think that you have to respect your own capabilities and you have to respect your own time. Because if it's really God's will, it will happen no matter what. So along the way, while you're waiting, you have to build yourself. You have to make yourself stronger, smarter, wiser. Stop comparing yourself with other people, because you're not them and you're never gonna be them. Because one day you'll be someone greater than whoever you think you are right now. You will be very successful. You just have to wait for your moment. Just a reference for this realization, I saw this picture a while ago. I'll insert it here. As you can see, small steps really matter. So no matter how small your progress is, it counts. 7. Do not give up no matter what happens. Instead of looking at how far you still have to come, you have to look at how far you've come already. So you just have to take it slow, like what I said earlier, and do not give up, because your persistence will result to something great, and I know it will definitely be worth it. Just like how I finished college 2 days ago, and I'm super proud of myself because it was very tough. There were so many challenges, so many late nights that I was studying. It was stressful. So many mixed emotions, but now that I'm done, I know it's worth it. I'm actually happy because it was my promise to myself to finish college before I celebrate my birthday, so that it's kind of a double celebration for me, and it's also my gift to myself. For the next one, it's normal to have failures and setbacks because it's a learning lesson. Failures will always help you become a better person, stronger person. I myself, I've encountered so many different setbacks. So many times I wanted to stop already because I was too sad for a certain failure. But what kept me going is the drive that I know I can do better. So failures are just a part of you. You don't have to be demotivated, because I know our failures will be your stepping stone to the greatest successes that we will achieve in our life. Number 9, you always have to be kind. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be kind to other people, strangers, no matter who that is. Even if they treat you badly, you still have to be kind, because that small act of kindness can be one of the greatest blessings someone can ever receive. And I think sharing kindness to other people doesn't hurt you anyway, so why don't you just be kind? Helping one another, I think that's our purpose in life anyway, to be each other's blessings. Last, for personal growth, is a quote from a book I read recently. I quote, "Even if the world does not value my existence, I respect myself, and that is enough for me to live confidently as I am." Accept and love yourself, because that's what makes you unique. And when you start accepting your flaws, loving yourself, loving your imperfections, that's the only way to actually be the best version of yourself, because you allow yourself to grow, and at the same time you make yourself feel valued as an individual, and you're building up your self-esteem within you. Believing in myself and loving myself has pushed me to continue being the best version of myself each and every day of my life. So you should believe in yourself too. Now we're going to friendships. So I have 5 realizations for friendships. For a friendship to work, it has to be two-sided. So if you want your friends to make an effort and reach out to you, you have to do the same. You have to check up on them. You have to make them feel loved, support them in what they do. Because that's what friendships are anyways. Support, love, care, comfort, and anything else related to that. Support one another in good times and bad times, not just the good ones, because if you are only there when they're good, then you're so user-friendly. For all the user-friendly people out there, you'll get your karma someday. Wait for it. And second, we have never ever stay in a toxic relationship. Why? Because staying in a toxic friendship is not healthy. Not just because you're attached to this person, you're gonna stay in that person's life. If that person is not healthy for you anymore, if that person is hurting you in any way without any valid cause, I don't think it's worth it to stay. Choose yourself first, because there are always better people that will come along the way. Okay? Third, catch up with friends. It is important to always check up on your friends, catch up with them. It helps you build your self-confidence, self-esteem, and at the same time, it makes you happy. Yeah, it makes you happier because you're finally talking to your support system. It's also nice being updated with their lives, because at the same time, you feel like you're still with one another, you're still there. Fourth, you'll only know if you're really friends with someone, if you're really true friends, is when you can be your true self around them. If you're trying to pretend to be something that you're really not in front of a so-called true friend, and then I don't think you're really true friends at all, because why do you have to pretend? Your best friend or your true friend probably accepts who you are, and that's what best friends are for. Lastly, for friendship, I realized that it is important to surround yourself with good people. Why? Just like the famous saying goes, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. If you surround yourself with bad people, how can you live a good life? You have to surround yourself with good people. Those people that you know will stick to you from the very beginning until the very end. Sometimes, I'll admit, it's inevitable to lose friends, but the true ones will always stay. Trust me. Now we go to my mental health realizations. So first, don't wait for yourself to feel exhausted before you take a break. It is important to take mental health breaks in between the tasks you do, because if you don't, you might get burnt out, and it's very hard to gain that motivation and productivity within you if you let yourself feel burnt out. It can result to procrastination, demotivation. There are so many times that I was burnt out before, and it took a while before I gained my motivation back to actually study again or do my task again. So take breaks, guys. You wouldn't lose much if you take 5-minute breaks. Doing things when you're demotivated often leads to low quality works. It's better to do things while enjoying it while you're motivated than doing things and hating every single second that you're doing those stuff. Never depend your happiness on someone else. Why? Because what if you lose that person? What if that person dies? What if that person is not available for a certain time that you're sad? You're gonna be sad forever. Based on personal experience, I've always told myself I should make myself happy because that's what true happiness is. I mean, of course, some people can make you extra happy, but doesn't mean that you will always depend on those people. You have to make yourself happy because who's there for you 24/7? It's just yourself anyway. The attention you need, everything that's happening within you, it's only you who really understands yourself. So it's better if you depend your happiness with yourself because you're the only one who truly knows what you really want in order to be happy. Next, you have to give yourself time to reflect about life and everything in between. You have to remind yourself and ask yourself, how are you? Are you still okay? Are you happy? What is going on? Do you need to take a break? It's nice to also take care of yourself once in a while. Not just physically, but of course mentally, because that's something that we often neglect. Lagi mo kinakamusta iba, ikaw, kamusta ka ba? How can you take care of other people if you can't even take care of yourself? For the next one, when you are in the middle of a situation, when all your feelings are exploding, you don't know what you feel, your thoughts are messed up, the best way to actually express it is through writing. Well, this works for me and I hope it works for you too. So, every time I'm so stressed and I don't know how to tell someone, or when I don't want to bother anyone about it, I just write it down. It helps me think properly afterwards and I get to actually put into words what I want to say. Writing, the act of writing it down and actually releasing your feelings kind of help you lessen the intensity of emotions that you feel inside. This is the 20th realization I have, is to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself no matter how weak you think you are. Believe in yourself no matter how many failures you've gone through. Believe in yourself because no one else will if you don't believe in yourself. And that specific belief in yourself will get you to places you can't even imagine. All my life, the reason why I've achieved whatever I achieved in life is because I never failed to believe that I can, so I will. And I know you can too. For the last two realizations that I'm gonna say, this has been what I've struck through, and this is the most important realization I've ever had, and I continue applying it to my life every single day. So the first most important realization that I have is we have to appreciate the smallest things in life in order to see the worth of being alive. So for example, if God gave you the chance to wake up the next day, that's already something big because it's giving you a chance to be better than who you were yesterday and contribute to the lives of other people each and every day. For me, I realized that it's actually the smallest things that make me the happiest person. Like simply by getting to eat 3 times a day. Imagine there are so many people who doesn't even get to eat 3 times a day. So you have to appreciate those small things because, sometimes I realize that it's the smallest things that actually make the biggest impact. Lastly, you have to leave your worries to God and trust that He has a plan for you. There are instances that some people, when they don't get what they want, they lose faith in God. For me, it's different. I talk to God, I am closer to God when I am in deep trouble, when I am feeling anxious, when I am sad, when I'm failing. I just feel like those moments are the times that I have to stick by Him even more than the times that I become successful. Because in my whole 22 years, if I didn't believe in God, if I didn't pray, if I didn't trust that He has a plan for me, I wouldn't be who I am today. My faith has taken me to places that I never imagined, and I couldn't have done it any other way. So always believe in God, no matter how difficult your situation is, because He has a plan for you. You just have to trust in Him at His own perfect timing. So that's it for my 22 realizations, and I hope you learned a thing or two from me, and I hope you can also apply it to your life. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching this video. See you in our next one. Bye!